Hey guys, it's Kelsey. So today I'm going to be making my acne cleanser, my face wash. There are multiple takes you can have on this recipe, just depending on if you have sensitive skin or if you're looking for more of the anti-aging properties. For me, I'm someone who has always struggled with acne. I actually am breaking out right now. It's because I'm post-hormonal. I feel like I'm always hormonal throughout the month. I always say, oh, I'm PMSing, but I feel like it's like every day sometimes. JK, hashtag girl life. So I am going to share with you guys an amazing recipe, and you guys can see my skin right now. I'm happy to show you. This is it without any makeup on. This is pretty much vintage. This is the worst of the worst. It's like right after my period or right before it. I have nothing on right now. This is just straight up out of bed, non-face wash, which is why I'm making my face wash, because I'm out. So I love making my DIY face wash, okay? So what you need for this recipe, there's two takes you can have on it. I'm going to be adding in some specialty oils, but when you order a regular kit with doTERRA, you're going to get your basics, your Melaleuca, your lavender, your frankincense, and your citrus oils, your breathe, all of those oils. But the main oils in this recipe that I used for 6 months and have worked beautifully are Melaleuca, which is also called tea tree oil, lavender, and frankincense. Frankincense is amazing for your complexion. It also helps reduce redness. It's also a natural antiseptic, antibacterial as well. Lavender is a natural skin disinfectant. It really helps bring antioxidants to the skin, helps bring oxygen to the surface, and it's just a really great complement in skincare. And tea tree oil is naturally antifungal, antibacterial. Fun thing about tea tree oil is that, yes, I'm using this in my acne cleanser, but you can use this if you have like a little scab you peel off, or a wound, or a little bruise, or a bug bite, or you pick at your skin. Putting a little dab of tea tree oil with some carrier oil right on top of it can be very soothing and help with the healing, just because it is antifungal, antibacterial. So those are my 3 oils. Now I'm going to add some of these specialty oils. This is Helichrysum and Copaiba, and both of these have been studied in acne. There are some really awesome scientific studies out there with the use of Copaiba oil significantly reducing the surface area that was affected by acne when this was applied. And then Helichrysum is really supportive to your skin, antifungal, antibacterial, antioxidants, just a really great oil to have on hand to add into your recipe. So those are the 2 that I'm going to add this time. If you're looking for more of the anti-aging aspect of your skincare, adding myrrh is going to be very supportive, okay? So myrrh is a really powerful oil. It's great for emotional support, but it's also really great for your skin as well and the fine lines. And so adding that myrrh into the mix is going to be really helpful. So what you need is you need cold pressed unrefined organic coconut oil. I love this Nutiva blend I get from Amazon. And I always get the cold pressed unrefined organic. And then you just need pure baking soda. All right, so I got that from store. And then I got 2 jars, one that I'm going to use inside the shower and one that I'm going to use to store the rest of it, okay? And then you get a bowl. All right, this is so simple, you guys. And this is a really awesome face wash that, in my opinion, is cost effective, it's effective, it's natural, it's safe, it's non-toxic, no parabens, no perfume, none of that toxic stuff that releases free radicals and carcinogens that we put on our skin that we're told is good for our body. Like, so many of the over-the-counter products have terrible ingredients inside of it, and we are using natural plant-based raw ingredients that are going to be very supportive to your skin. Now, just a little side note, people do really great with this recipe and they also do really bad. It really depends on your oil, your skin type. I personally have had a terrible oily skin my entire life. I have done really great with this face wash. The first 3 weeks I broke out, but when I was reading about this face wash, I was told to fight through it, and that it would be okay after it was all said and done. And it was. I broke out for a good 3 weeks. It kind of sucked, but then I got over it and my skin was never this clear in my life. And it's very hydrating because it's the coconut oil. The whole concept behind coconut oil is that when you hydrate your skin externally, your body's used to having to produce those oils on its own, which is what causes a lot of that breakout, because it's mixing with that dirt on your skin and it's overproducing sometimes. Well, when you're externally hydrating, it kind of shocks your body and it's like, okay, like I'm still producing oil and now you're giving me oil and now I'm breaking out. And then eventually it trains your skin to know that I no longer need to release my own oil, so I'm being hydrated externally, and it leads to just this really awesome smooth skin. And coconut oil is naturally antibacterial, antifungal in its property, and that's why it's such a really great base. And I use this under even with my skincare. I mix it with frankincense and myrrh and use it as a moisturizer, and that's another recipe I'll share with you guys. So I'm gonna put 3/4 of a cup of cold pressed unrefined coconut oil, and for those of you guys who know me, you know I don't measure anything, so I'm just gonna kind of eye it because I know I've made this recipe a lot of times, and I make this for I'm making this for Christmas presents too. I bought a bunch of these little jars, and I'm gonna be giving these little non-toxic recipes out because people love them. So I'm gonna put that in here. All right, and so I've got that, and now I just rub it all over because you can do that with coconut oil. I'm gonna put about 1/2 cup of baking soda, and I just like it to where it's gritty, okay? Get that out of here. And then I'm gonna do 15 drops each of frankincense, and you can do 15 and you can do 10 if you want, depending on how sensitive your skin is. I like to do 15 because that works for me. 3, 4. It smells so good. And then lastly is the Melaleuca, or the tea tree oil. Okay, so I got that. Now I'm going to add 8 drops of Copaiba. And Copaiba is just an awesome oil to have on hand. It's a hot commodity right now with doTERRA. And then the Helichrysum, I'm going to put 5 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just because it's an expensive oil and it's a little bottle. And then I'm just gonna basically mix this all up. You guys can see right here, this is what it looks like, right here. And I'm gonna mix it all up. Mix it till it's all incorporated. And it will be kind of milky, not milky, but just soupy when it's done, which is fine because it ends up solidifying. I have heard that if you live in places that are like Florida or California, but mostly Florida where the humidity is, that it sometimes will melt in the bathroom. I just encourage you guys to mix it up and store it in a dark, cool place. Always store this in a glass jar. I do not recommend storing any essential oil products inside of a plastic jar. If they can be tinted, I'm okay not using a tinted glass jar with this recipe just because there's no citrus oils in it, but a lot of the citrus oils are phototoxic, so you always want to be conscious of that. So now that I've got this all handled, I'm just going to mix it up a little more. And when it's done, it's going to be soupy or kind of just a little bit loose, just like that. It's not soupy, but it's enough to fall. And I'm going to put it in this little jar, and I'm going to store the remainder in here. And you need literally, when you wash your face, about that size. Rub it together, scrub, exfoliate your face, rinse with cold water. And I recommend rinsing with a washcloth as well, because sometimes if you leave it on your hands and you go to wash your hair, you can make your hair a little greasy. So that's it. And then when you're done, you just do this and wash it off, and it's awesome. So I hope you guys enjoy that, and if you have any questions, let me know. So 15 drops of each. If you don't have the Helichrysum and the Copaiba, don't worry. The frankincense, the Melaleuca, and the lavender, 15 drops each are perfect. 1/2 cup of baking soda, 3/4 cup of cold pressed unrefined coconut oil. Mix it up, store it in a glass jar, use about a dime size to wash over your face, and you got the best non-toxic, natural, and effective acne cleanser. All right, guys, let me know if you have any varieties of this or anything you've added to it to make it a little better. I'd love to hear. Take care.